child has a disability, you need to be tough. I see that toughness in Maggie Hassan. Her family is like mine. The goal has always been to build community-based care so that people with disabilities, people who are aging, can enjoy.
There's my chat. There's my chat. Derek, you just missed number one, bro. You just missed it. Just missed it. How's everybody doing tonight? Leah, good evening. JH, good evening. Pete. Maximus. I don't know who would be calling me right now. It's so crazy. Somebody messing with me, probably. Somebody probably messing with me. Boston Strong, how you doing tonight? Savvy, good evening. All in AMC. Sea Hill, SoCal Ape. Hammer, how you doing, man? I'm good. I'm good. John's Touchpad, good evening. How you doing tonight? I'm actually going to shut my phone off so that nobody bothers me. It's clearly someone's trying to sabotage me, apparently. All right, there we go. All right, now you have my undivided attention. Let's see, where do we leave off? Trevor, good evening. Boston Strong, Michael Height, BC. BioLife, how you doing tonight, man? James Walsh, Oklahoma Sasquatch. Big DeWicks, David H. Big DeWicks, I like that. Silver Surfer, how you doing tonight, man? Pete, Adrian. It's not, if it was you, I wouldn't be mad, Adrian. Tandy, how you doing tonight, my friend? Yeah, it's kind of right now. It's so say thank you and please say touche. I could put 2 and 2 together, please. You got it, man. Yeah, I'm trying to work things out. I got a huge help from the community yesterday. Everyone did awesome. I mean, helping me out with everything. It was really amazing. But tomorrow I have one more part that's coming from Amazon. It's going to get delivered tomorrow, and hopefully I will be up and running. Dufresne, good evening tonight. Steve Lupe, how you doing tonight, my friend? How are you? Vicus Bonsai. James Harris, how you doing tonight? MC, thank you, my friend. How you doing tonight, MC? How you been, man? Droobs, we're going to be so rich. I hope so, man. I hope so. We need to be. Tony, I think he's with the wife tonight. So we're going to have to miss Tony for just tonight. J Arts, good evening tonight. Rec tonight. Jennifer, good evening. PDX Dave, how you doing tonight? Real Rugged, Mass We Trust. How you doing tonight, man? Rands, good evening. All right, this is something I'm planning on doing tonight. I'm going to start writing down. When I see a mod in the chat, I'm going to write it down. That way I don't have to be asking my moderators who I need to shout out. So Rands, thank you, sir. Mary Paul, hola, how are you tonight? No Tony tonight. He did do a GME call earlier this afternoon, actually. Yeah, he did a draft. I want to say not draft, I'm sorry. He did a GME earnings call this afternoon. Yes. Yeah, I made it. We're just running on like half the things we really need. I mean, I don't have 2 screens anymore. There's a lot of things I'm waiting on to fix. The good news is the studio is like really close to being done, like so close. I've almost finished the complete wall today, put the trim up and everything, painted. So we're close. Put in electrical outlets the other day, so we can light it up. It should be good. It's very soon, I promise. And then we're going to have like a whole new format. I guess I'll talk about a little bit tonight. Let me say hey to some people real quick. Ben Currington, good evening. How you doing tonight? Urban Ape, Sub the Boss. How you doing, man? Billy 87, DP. Hi P. How you doing tonight? Tonight's a Chardonnay and Alfredo night. Ben, that sounds good. That sounds good, man. Owning the Float. How you doing tonight, Pete? Tony's a little demo. Whip it good. Mr. Simon, what's up, brother? Lupe. Yes, I'm rolling solo tonight. I'm going to be rolling solo starting next week, 3 nights a week. And I'm going to be hoping to collab on the other 2 nights. That's like kind of the plan for right now. Me and Tony kind of discussed it, but both our schedules right now are crazy. And Scarlett has a floating schedule right now, kind of. So we can't really plan too much ahead, for these lives. So some of them might be spur of the moment. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we'll get to some kind of schedule at some point in the future. Soon. Lupe, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, Lupe. Always, Lupe. You know this. Rocky says, if Adam dilutes Ape at these levels, even if it's all 450 million shares, it will be minuscule to the 5 billion debt. If he dumps Ape at $20, I'll gladly take that and buy more AMC, knowing all the debt. Look, this has turned into a long-term play. I hate to try to talk like that, and I hate to talk like that, actually. MC saying that GME had great results. Yeah, and the market responded well to that, right? They're up. Congratulations to GME people. And, I still own my GME. I have not gotten rid of all my GME. And I'm glad it's up. I'm still hodling, so. I did get rid of some of my shares 2 weeks ago, right before the whole BBY thing happened, and a couple other things. I got rid of some of them, but not all. Are we going to talk about Europe's collapse, says Bucks fan. Bucks fan, how you doing tonight? Yeah, we should start talking about civil unrest in Europe. But I really want to try to keep the focus tonight on the market, because very soon I'm going to be talking about, the WEF and what's going on in Europe. I'm going to be talking about a lot of geopolitics, macroeconomics, and news. At the same time, I'm going to be holding my AMC, my APE, and I'm going to be buying more, because I think we're going to have another run before we get to the election. I don't know when that will be, but I think we will see some type of bullish run in the very near future. I don't think they want to go into the midterms with a shocked market that's down, 40%. Common Sense Investor, how you doing tonight? Dips Patel, good evening. How are you, my friend? Shirley NG, hola. Ain't it a fab Wednesday without you while making din. Thank you very much about the place. It's getting there. G Immortal, how you doing tonight? Let's see. Ray Mill. I see Shirley's in the chat. I got owning the fluid. All right. I must make sure I don't miss anybody. Roger, good evening. I like the serious DD, says Pete. No hopium. Yeah, man. It's just, it is what it is. I don't come out here and bullshit you guys, and I can't, because I own the stock too. There's a problem if I'm out here bullshitting you and I'm holding a heavy position in both of the companies, right? The Vineyards, how you doing tonight? I'm good, man. I'm good. Had a long day today. I tried to really get this wall finished. And I tried to get my computer back up and running so I could actually make videos. Hopefully that will happen tomorrow. I have my interview that I want to drop with you guys. Hopefully that'll be soon. Christian Princess, good evening tonight, my dear. How you doing? Shadow Girl, what's going on, girl? Big B is in the house. Phuket U says October. Mass, do you think this drags on to next year? Says Multi-Cool Dude 131. And I hope not. I don't want to wait that long. I will if I have to, but I don't want to wait that long. I'm tired of waiting. But it seems like, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and that's where we're at right now. Much as I hate to admit it, we haven't seen some of the things we were looking for. Like, I was kind of hoping that Ape was going to have real issues, but doesn't seem like that's the case. I mean, everyone that I've talked to, from Europe to the Pacific to, trying to think, Canada, everyone has told me basically that they have their shares. So I don't know where we'd go from there as far as that thesis. So maybe it's time we need to switch up our thesis and start focusing on what we can prove, which is AMC is getting better, which is the community is still rock solid, and the meme stocks, I think, still have a lot of leg room in them. Those three things I would say for sure. And look, if we see that there's people dropping like flies out of the community, maybe I'm going to have to take a different approach, but I haven't seen that yet. I see a lot of people saying that they're just going to hodl on, like me and Tony have been saying we're going to do. Christian Princess, I appreciate you. Hey, yo. How you doing tonight, brother? What's going on? Where's Baldo? MOASS tomorrow at 2. I forget if Powell's speaking tomorrow or if it's on Friday. I believe it might be Friday. I think he's doing a Q&A tomorrow. Excuse me. Hold on. RWK88, how you doing tonight? Pete, good evening. Grandpa Barney, how you doing tonight, my friend? Hearts up for Grandpa Barney. Mass, let's cover the murder. Oops, I mean suicide of the BBBY, man. Who said it was a suicide? Thomas Burns, good evening tonight. How are you? Savvy says, been so sick, haven't been keeping up with the news. Is Ape on the threshold list? Yes, Savvy. Yes. I hope you're feeling better. Yes. Brian says, then why FTDs? You know, I think I heard Tony talking about this earlier about the FTDs and everyone trying to figure out how things go with the FTDs. And you know, it's they don't roll over like cell phone minutes. And I think a lot of people maybe get confused with that at some points, right? Jennifer says, hodling. JH says, carry on and hodl. Was expecting market to drop after Brainerd's hawkish remarks. Yeah, she wasn't too keen on anything really, huh? But that's her, right? That is Brainerd. She is a hawk. I screwed up your options contract today. Sorry about that, man. Sorry. Droop says, bless you, man. I will be out by the end of September if this continues, says Big B. Big B, really? You're going to be out at the end of September? All right, man. And listen, everybody has to do what's best for them. I get that. I get that. And I'd hate to see you go, but hate to lose you as part of the community. But I understand. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I get it. Let's see. So, Gorilla Gardener, how you doing tonight? New set looks great. This isn't the set yet. This is just my background. The set's in front of me right now. So you see two corners of the wall like a V. There's a V obviously in front of me. The other corner of the room. That's the set. That is not done. God, I hope this wouldn't have taken me a month to do this behind me. Ape Cartel says, good evening, apes and apeettes. Mass, what's wrong with my computer? So 801 Ape Nation, let me tell you what's going on. So as you guys know, I smashed my actual computer screen, and I'll do this real quick because I know you guys want to talk about stocks, but my computer screen is actually an all-in-one. It's a touchscreen computer, and when the screen smashed, I lost the ability to see, obviously, my home screen. So I hooked up the external monitor. I was able to pull up a signal for that. But what I can't do, and this is what I'm waiting on a splitter tomorrow from Amazon. What I can't do is feed two different screens at the same time so I can edit video. And that's coming tomorrow, and hopefully that will solve our problems. And I'll be able to start uploading videos again, not just doing live streams. I love doing live streams. I love interacting with you guys, but I also like doing the research and getting the information out and, you know, trying to make jokes if we can. Keep things light from time to time. Saif, how you doing tonight, my friend? Saif is in the house. Saif, I got your email the other day, man. That's pretty crazy. I'm very excited. Very excited. Let's see. Dips to following Grandpa, says Grandpa Marie. Christian Princess says, not me. I'm willing to hold into next year. Yeah, me too, Christian Princess. I don't really have, at this point, I don't really see any other choice for me. Rollover minutes. What are you going to mention next? Singular Wireless. Singulars with a C, by the way, owning the float. Liz Clayman, how you doing tonight? Liz Clayman's in the house. Tony DENARO is in the house as well. Tony, my friend, how you doing tonight? We're missing Tony tonight, but he is in the chat. I'm sure it won't be for long, though. But make sure you go over and check out Tony's live stream from earlier. He did a GME earnings live that was really well done, and he gave some great outlook on the company. And I would definitely go check out if you guys get a chance. Thank you, Tony, for smashing the like button. If you guys remember to come in, smash the like. That's great. If not, don't worry about it. Gorilla Gardener, anyone in the Memphis area, there's an active shooter driving around and cops can't find him. Man, what the hell is going on in Memphis? That teacher just got killed the other day. They just found her body. What is going on in Memphis, man? I was in Memphis like 10 years ago, and I was in one of the roughest neighborhoods you could possibly be in Memphis, going to get a barbecue. And I don't remember even being frightened, really. I mean, I didn't feel weird at all walking down the street. Now it seems like crime is like out of control in Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. Bucks fan. Never. No, you want to tell the want me to tell the truth? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes. Because because Mass put up his signal for the live stream, the thumbnail, before he realized that the draft was tonight at 9:30. So everything was queued up before I came on to make sure if I couldn't live pick that I would have my picks in. But if you do hear the ESPN ticker in the background, that's why. I might ask for you guys' advice on some picks coming up. So stay tuned. Can anyone out there help me with fantasy football picks? If we win, we can split the profits. Liz Kleeman, I got right. That's my mom tonight. Liz, how you doing? All right, back. No, I didn't smash the computer on purpose. It was when I was moving. I was telling live the other night. 3 weeks ago, the week that I first moved here, in 1 week, I had my electric scooter stolen, my computer smashed, I lost my wallet, and my cell. I didn't lose. I think someone stole my wallet, and my cell phone ended up at the bottom of a lake in 6 days. It was like a $3,000 swing week. That's been slapping that buy button on the and broke the screen. Right? I wish, but I am definitely picking up some ape very soon. Very soon. Oh, okay. I was like, how is Tony sneaking in here right now? Got it. Massalorian is also his Pornhub name. Just kidding. It says Corey. Big B says we won't tattle on you, Tony. Yeah, just keep it a secret. Keep it a secret. Roger Lyon says, saw Mass tweeted his OnlyFans today. Good for you, man. I wish I had multiple revenue streams. Jennifer says, it's so nice to see Tony as a nice relation. Yeah, it is. It's great. It is. Common Sense Investor says AMC was an established. Hang on a second here. CSI, what are you saying? AMC was an established stock, and it was known that sooner or later it would be on the list. However, Ape was only trading for about 8 days and had yes, that's true. CSI. I wish they rolled over because then we'd have some evidence, right? It is shit. I don't even know Big B. I have the 11th pick, and I don't know if it's a PPR league. I should have checked, but I was honestly preparing for this for like the last 3 hours before I came on. Christian Princess says, don't feel bad, Mass. When I left my home state, I deliberately threw my phone into a lake. Yeah, mine wasn't on purpose. The funniest thing is, so let me show you guys. I have this thing here, right? Yeah, it's kind of female-ish, whatever. But it's like it has my cards in it and stuff. And so the old one that I had before it went in the drink used to have a removable part that you could put cards in. And right before it went into the drink, I pulled all the cards out. Just for 2 days later, the whole thing would get stolen. It was so insane. I mean, it had to be like a 1 in a trillion week for anyone. Christopher, how you doing tonight? I'm going to say hey to some people that just jumped in. Yeah, it was a good week for Mass. Yeah, right. Thomas Burns, how you doing tonight? We saw Corey in here. JH. Who am I missing? Ape Stock, how you doing tonight? Ape Stock says, Wall Street brutality is going too far right now. It's in the current state of murder. BP5 fella. Conspiracies. Tony says, hashtag, not hashtag. What is that signal again? At Ape Stock, I jumped 3 times tandem. I've jumped 3 times. You're going to take Chase or Eckler. Do you guys want to know who I have so far? I'll tell you who I took with my first 4 picks. I took Cook at 11, Kamara at 14, Josh Allen at next pick, and then Deontay Johnson. Those are my first 4 picks, and I was picking 11th. Multicooler Dude says, actually, hang on a second. Where's Balto said, I'm already so far in the red that I refuse to take the loss. So if they're trying to scare us out of position, low numbers, jokes on them. Yeah, Wes Baldo. And there's a lot of people, a lot of investors, retail investors out there who, whether they're subscribed to my channel or not, or Tony's or whatever, who are heavy in the red right now, right? Like people who bought up in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s. And, you know, my buddy was saying to me just the other day, he's like, oh, Johnny, what are you going to do? Like, you know, AMC and APE taking a spin. I'm like, look at the whole market, man. The whole market is bloody red right now. So I'm not that concerned about it. I said literally 6 weeks ago, AMC was at $9 a share. So, I mean, we're still in the green compared to that. Big B said, I heard on trades. Wait, did I read Where's Baldo's picture? I did, right? To buy back their shares. Why haven't they changed their strategy at all, knowing they have to buy back their shares? Oh, I didn't read this one. Mass, why do they insist on driving the price down if no one is going to sell? And just here's the thing, multicolor dude. I think possibly there are some people who are selling. I mean, no doubt about it. Some people after the ape thing, whether they were, you know, confused, they didn't understand it, if they were told wrong by people that was going to open at a penny or whatever the rumors were. I understand some people might have jumped out. Maybe some people are still jumping out. And also, guys, don't forget the institutions have shares, so they're trading constantly, right? All right, here we go. Big B, sorry about that. And even though only stay until September, Big B, I'm still going to put your comments up. I'm still going to read them. I'm still going to chill. I heard on Trades today that when he had Rico on, that Vanguard sold all of their long positions to AMC. Is that true, Mass or Tony? I haven't seen Trey's video today, Big B. I'll have to watch it after. It's going to be a long night, I guess. Trey. And that Vanguard sold all of their long positions. I don't know. I don't really know about any of that. All I know is that in October, we're poised for a run. This thing's wrapping up. All right. I'm going to ask the chat real quick. If you had to pick between Godwin from Tampa Bay and Marquise Brown from Arizona, Hollywood, who would you take? Quick chat, quick. Let's see. I bought higher too, but I got my cost average down to 40, said Christian Princess. If I was an AMC shareholder who didn't buy in the spring of 2021, right? So a lot of you guys know I started my channel in April of 2021. I bought my first shares of AMC at the end of February, beginning of March 2021. So my cost average isn't nearly as high as a lot of you guys. And so I understand why you're feeling all this pressure and this heat. Like, I get it. Like, it's probably harder for me to put myself in your shoes, although I've been down in many positions before. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Got it. Brown, Arizona. All right. Got it. If he catches a touchdown week 1, we'll do something fun. I know, Bucks fan. I knew that was gonna let you down. I'm sorry, brother. You know I love the Bucks though. I'll probably take Brady in round 15. Tony says Big B, he thinks that mostly those shares were in ETFs. Yeah, more than likely, right? More than likely, those were in ETFs. Good point, T. See, that's why the collabs are important, man. Somebody finds someone. This is craziness. I mean, how do they expect me to pick another player right now? All right. Bulldog Trading, how you doing tonight, my friend? Guys, in case you don't know, Bulldog Trading has a 24/7 site that they run the tickers on. They run the meme stock sometimes. They run crypto. Cool guy out of Alaska. So go check out their channel. You know, drop them a like. Say, hey, Bulldog. Tell them Mass sent you. Hope you're well, Bulldog. JT Wisco, how you doing tonight, man? Marlene Hart, good evening. Vin Cool. Godwin. Go, Pack, go. JT Wisco, is there anybody on? I mean, is Randall Cobb viable as a pick right now? Or is he too old? Jefferson went 3. Let's see. BK Savvy says, because of phase 6, do you think that will be a run? So if phase 6 is going to have an effect, it's going to be a little while before that starts to kick in, which could technically come at the same time as a bull run in the general market itself. Now, if those things come together with maybe some good news from AMC or GME or Highcroft, then we maybe have, the perfect storm for a MOASS this year, right? But no one can guarantee that. No one can tell you that, whether that's going to happen or not. We are waiting for that unknown catalyst, because right now there are no real huge catalysts to talk about. I think me definitely have been pretty clear about Q3 expectations for earnings, right? We're not going to have a great Q, but next Q is going to be amazing, I think, and possibly could get us into profitability again. Let's see. Big B said, Tony, I thought the same thing when they said it, but seems to think it was Vanguard, which surprised me. I have not found a 13F to support, which is why I asked. Yeah, we'd have to see that first, right, Big B? Ben Currington says, there's more money in ETFs than exists in the market. I think someone is short the entire market. Truth. Billy A7 says, Mass, would it be possible / a good idea to short AMC ATF? I wouldn't. I'm not doing that. Who keeps saying George Jefferson, New York? Bulldog said, hey, my bro, you got this. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yes. It's funny. We talked like what, maybe a year ago, Bulldog? And I forget how we got hooked up. I think you had said you were looking for maybe someone to host like an hour or two of the live stream that you had, because I know you got Bulldog does 24/7. So yeah, we talked about possibly me doing like an hour or something. But at that time I had like 3 subscribers, no mods. It was really bad. So Bulldog, I understand why I got the deuce. It's all good, brother. Hope you're staying warm up there. Saif says, Javi, how you doing tonight, man? Good to see you, Javi. I bought a total of, make sure I'm writing down my guys here. I bought a total of 19,000 shares. I'm 75K in the red and won't sell ever. There you go, Saif. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Kim A says, did Boss Blunts buy Ape yet? That's a good question. Chat, can someone help me out with that? Did Marcel get into Ape yet? I know he said he was going to buy 100,000 or something like that. Broke Ape, how you doing tonight, man? Where you been? Good evening. Sierra Silva says, thoughts on Uncle Fester? What do you say? We're going to have... Man, I tell you, he is the flip-flopper of the year. Listen, he's never going to stop talking about AMC. Whether he sold it, he's short on it, long on it. His only material is AMC. No one's going to watch him for anything else. No one wants to see a big set of titties on a man walking around the streets of New York, looking over his shoulder every 2 seconds for someone to shank him in the back. Rand says he's buying tomorrow. Thank you, Rand. Okay. He said his stream filing 10K of AMC, says Big Dwix. Really? I'll have to make sure I remember to do that. Did you already put up a thumb for it? Man, he must be doing good. That's good, man. That's good. Tony says, Roger Lyon. I don't know what Roger asked. Marlene says he thinks he will live stream when he buys. That's what they're saying, Marlene. What'd you say, T? 13G fan deadlines are depending on the circumstance. There'll be more coming in. Yeah, not till beginning of the year, right? Vin Cool says AMC to Pluto. Are we? Christian Prince says, I think if I had that much money, I wouldn't go all in like that, but more power to him if he wants to do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. He earned the money. It's his to spend. Fork says lactose Lou. He is, Rand. He's every time he's like, hey, who's over there? Who's that? Every time he hears the noise or a siren, one day it's gonna be for you, bro. You're gonna be like, not for me. And then next thing you know, you're gonna be cuffing up. I did say titties. Little man titties. Leave no weight behind. How you doing tonight, man? Good evening. OSTK, there's a lot to be learned. Sleeper running back Pacheco, Kansas City. Really only in the float? All right, Pacheco. If I can pick him up in a wildcard round, I will. Oh, so that'll be interesting. I'd like to see that happen for him, for Boss. Bulldog says, we love your success. Never got the deuce. No, I'm just kidding, bro. You know I'm just kidding. Mad love, bro. Mad love. I would never do that. I'm totally messing around. Ape Stock says, it's not what these guys are saying, but why they are saying what they are saying. Tony and Mass is very experienced to expose fraud and bring real DD. And look, I haven't even been as big of a part of the community as Tony has for the last month because of this move and the new setup and everything. Like I've been behind the 8 ball. Like I'm just finally starting to catch up. And because of the computer situation, I can't even put out a video right now. So, but it's priorities, right? I'm trying to hold on to my position. I'm trying to liquidate some things that I'm writing right now that I feel may never get a run in them again. I'm trying to hold on to some of my green energy stocks that I think still have a chance, especially like, Gevo and ChargePoint. There's a couple stocks I'm trying not to sell right now at all. And I went in and bought a lot of shares last year of some of these stocks, and I'm down big. But let's see. Jack Wolf, how you doing tonight? You are funny when you're not cute, says Jennifer. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Dude boob sounds better, actually. Get it together, guys. Jeez. Jamie from Cleveland says, just to clarify, since I'm confused, Q security must be in the threshold list for 13 days, consecutive days before being forced to close out the position, meaning APE would be on the list for 13 days. Oh, you were saying that, Jamie? Got it. The term is gynomastia. Thanks, Chris. It's a long word, but okay. Pete says, no, my pick is George Jefferson, Harlem, New York. Bliss, how you doing tonight? Good evening to you. James Flower says, Charles Payne called out manipulation on Twitter today. Finally, someone in MSM is talking. Oh, please, Charles, James, that Charles has been talking about that manipulation for a while now. Hang on, I'm just going to pull up his Twitter because I think I do follow him. Let me see. I think I follow Charles. Yeah, I'm sure I do. I'm just curious to know what he said. Charles Payne, I think, in his heart of hearts, is rooting for retail. He's by far my favorite mainstream media guy. I mean, he's maybe the only guy that I actually trust on any of the networks as far as when it comes to the market. Love Charles Payne. All right, let's see. What do you say here? I'm going to put it up for you guys so we can look at it together. Hang on. Let me do a share screen. Put up Charles Payne. Okay, here we go. So you guys should be seeing Charles's Twitter right now. Hopefully, make it big for you. You don't need to see me. There we go. How's that? All right, better. What did Charles say? Charts, fundamentals, coin flips. Nothing matters when manipulation is going on and regulators look the other way. Here we go. This is the tweet I think you guys are talking about right here. Do charts really matter when prices are manipulated by people like this? Pete Petit asked him. Yeah, man, Charles is a true ape, I think. I really do. He's the one guy that I trust when it comes to mainstream media. One guy. So far, he hasn't, I haven't heard him trying to screw retail. Mass, stop shorting my interaction. I'm here in peace, says Ape Stock. I'm not. You know that. Let's see. Adrian said, I'll roast everyone in here. JK. MW says, I've been in Gevo since before the big run up 2 years ago. MW. Yeah, I've had it for a while now. I've had it for a while now. Jar Jar Bink says, Mass, what happened when you asked? Oh, man. Are we going to talk about this right now? So, Mass, what happened when you asked Rance on your show? So, Jar Jar, I just went and sent him a message the other day saying, hey, Marantz, would you want to come on and talk about possibly where you see GME bottoming out in case someone in retail, let's say, is interested in GameStop and they might want to take a position in GameStop? Where would you possibly see it landing? And I guess he wasn't interested in that. So it is what it is, right? Nothing I can do about that. Mass EU looking at 1.5 in margin calls on energy. Thinks it's because of phase 6 implementation. Because in the EU, Silver Surfer, But yeah, listen, Morant is entitled to his opinion. He thinks that me and Tony don't like GameStop for some reason, or that we didn't own it before we brought him on. I don't really know why he's so upset with us, but there's nothing I can do about it, you know. Oh, Lou's here. Lou, good evening tonight, buddy. How you doing? No, Lou's cool. He's not lame, JH. No. Lou, when is it gonna be? October? October, right? Just checking. Let's see here. Ape Stock says, I promise you guys, I don't have any shills locked in my basement. SI is over 20% now. Tony's finally interested. Yeah, Vin, but we need more than just SI, right? We need CTB. We need FOMO. We need so much. So much. Right now, we're just missing a few things. And so I continue to hold my position, and that's it. Nothing's going to scare me out at this point. I saw the stock at $9 6 weeks ago in a more bullish market than right now. Yeah, JH, that's what I meant. Yeah, Morant. Yeah, he I asked him if he wanted to come on and talk about GME, and he just went crazy today in his live stream. When I went over to his live stream, I saw he was live streaming after I jumped off KC's, and I just said, "Hey, check your comments," and he said, "I would never come on your show again." I mean, I could probably find the clip, but I'm not really looking for the drama, honestly. I'm not looking for arguments. At the end of the day, I want retail to win, whether they're in GME, APE, AMC, BBBY, whatever they're in. I want them to win. I want us to win. So to me, I think it's better if we just try to all understand that we have different positions. Times when we got in, we all have a different cost average, and people have to understand that, you know. The reason we had Morant on was because Morant was an expert, as far as I'm concerned, in GME. And I wanted an assessment, and we wanted an assessment of where the company lies without a short squeeze. And he was, I think, the best person for that job. Whatever he does post, that's on him. Listen, I hold you, you hold, and we puke Wall Street. All right, Lou. Just stick with the same story, bro. You know? I mean, if this is really you, why the flip-flop? Like, why the ape to 1 penny? Why any of that? We just got to keep it real, right? Jack says Morant is not worth the effort. Yeah, I don't want to argue with him, Jack, right? He's part of retail. So, and I'm not saying that we need him or anything like that. I'm just saying I'm not looking to rain on anyone's parade, right? I wish him success. I wish GME success. I still hold GME. I got in. I bought my first year of GME at 164 last spring. So that was something that was important to me. And now that I sold some of my GME, I want to take a new position. So I thought, why not bring Morant back on and see what he thinks? So, and it didn't work out. So what? There's nothing you can do about it. Liz says, AKA Houston Wade's to come on. Ask Houston Wade to come on. A lot of AMC and GME names like him. I don't think I've ever emailed Houston Wade. We did try to reach out to Randall last week about the phase 6, but he never got back to us. Natsuka, how you doing tonight, my friend? What's going on, man? Yeah, bro, stick with the same story. Lou, like, what the fuck, bro? Musky Doge says. Look, Lou has been a big part. There's no doubt about it. Lou has kept many retail investors in this play. No matter what he said the last couple of weeks, there is no doubt about it that he has been a huge part of this community. Whether he has inside connections or not at this point, I don't think it really matters. I think what matters is, at the end of the day, to quote Lou, that he kept people in this play. And I might not like what he says all the time, but that is truth. And I can't deny the obvious. Let's see. Leave no weight behind says didn't sell at 70 plus. Right. Right, leave no weight behind. And honestly, that's the next time I'll be excited is when we cross the $70 plateau. Until then, I'm really not too excited about a green candle or a day or a 10% jump. When we get back to around $70, I will be excited again. Until then, till we see an all new time high, just get squeezed out of your mind for right now until we get even close to that level. Jay Beeb says he was using your platform to solicit. Kiwi girl, how you doing tonight? How's New Zealand, love? I hope good. I hope good. BioLife says, nope, Morantz is great to go in and troll his channel. He hates AMC and loves the company, losing $100 million a quarter with an NFT marketplace and declined last year. And he thinks differently, BioLife, and good for him. I mean, he's a GME hodler, just like I'm an AMC hodler. And he's got his right to his opinion, right? Billy says, I don't know what Morantz's beef is. I remember when he came on with you and Tony, I thought it went, I did too. I thought it went great. I have no idea what happened. Despite Morantz normally spends more time. And, before we did that collab with Morantz, we had all made an agreement that, like, we wouldn't shit on GME and he wouldn't shit on AMC. And we all stuck with that word. And I thought it went fine. I don't know. Headstock Harem, thank you, man. Appreciate it. The videos will be back soon. And as soon as I get this splitter from Amazon tomorrow, it should be coming. I couldn't find one local to go pick it up, so I had to order it. And the fastest shipper was Amazon. So you guys know I hate giving Amazon my business, but it wasn't really a choice with this. Let's see. Diaz, how you doing tonight? Opinionated assholes. What's up, my brother? How are you? Lou says this Puerto Rican is fucking Wall Street. Lou, you walk down it, but I wouldn't say you are it. Nick C says, good night, Mass. How high you think Ape is going to run? I mean, I think it could definitely get back to where we just were a couple weeks ago with AMC, where AMC was at around the $27 and $34 mark. Now, if it goes up and past that, then we're in, we're in a whole new situation. Adrian said, this is my fucking world, not Lou's. Oh boy. And will I sell when Ape gets up there? I don't know. I'm not going to sell anything before August 31st. That was the thing. Anything I owned before my birthday was staying with me. And that's going to stay true to the end. Oh boy. This is tough. I don't know what I need right now. I guess I need a yeah, okay. All right. Let's see. Sam I Am says Morant spends way too much time shitting on AMC. If not for what, I would have been okay with them. Yeah, but he's entitled to his opinion. Look, I'm not going to shit on any meme stock that retail is invested in right now. It's just we got too many demons. We're fighting 19 demons and 11 hells, and it's like horrible. So we don't need any more drama. I'm trying to stay away from the drama as much as possible. Let's see here. If we'll go live, if Lou would be there, I will go live if Lou will be there, says CSI. But Mass Squeeze is always on my mind, says Shirley. I know, girl. It's on my mind too. Look, it's always on my mind too. It's just we are not in a position right now to squeeze in the next couple weeks, I think. I don't think. Of course, that's speculation, but that's just my opinion. I think we're going to come into another bull run before the election. We've been saying that for a couple weeks now. And I think that holds true. I don't think they want to see a huge dump in the market and everyone pissed right before a midterm. It just doesn't bode well for Congress or the administration, which have control of most of our government right now. Did I put down? Did I say, hey, what's up to Diaz? Diaz, how you doing tonight, man? Mr. 508er says Fall River. Mr. 508er, a fellow Massalorian. What's up, brother? Roger Line says, hey, Mass, post squeeze. If you ever make it to Savannah, Georgia, I'll teach you to kite surf. Yeah, I'd like to go down. I would love to get back to Georgia. Savannah is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been in my life. It was actually one of the cities that I thought if I moved south, I would move to. Hilton Head, Savannah. There were a couple. Charleston, Knoxville, and then I like the Houston, Dallas area of Texas. At some point, if I don't move to the South Pacific, I will be going to the South. That's no doubt about that. Vineyard says after the election, we will see some spark, I'm sure. Look, that's another thing, right? The Vineyards. We possibly could see a lot of excitement after the elections, especially from a lot of people who are retail investors. You know, I don't really know what the politics are behind this movement. I don't know if all of you guys out there are Democrats, if you are Republicans, how you vote independents. I have no idea, but I think that a change, any kind of change right now will be better than no change. Something's got to give. Sam I Am says, didn't you guys agree not to talk about AMC? Yeah, we did, just for that interview though, right? Just for that collab, Sam I Am. I mean, after that, I have no control over what Moran says. We just said for that interview, we wouldn't shit on each other's stocks. And in that case, me and Tony also own GME. I still own GME. Like I said, I bought in June or May of last year, 2021, at $166 a share. So I've been holding GME for long enough. Hadley, how you doing tonight, man? Good evening to you. I've been fine, working hard, trying to get this new place done, this move, and the new studio up and running. I'm working hard, working hard. Boy, that would be great to have Lou on live with you guys. I would have Lou on live. I don't think he would come on, but I would. BioLife Hem says that's not the real Lou. He's on the phone with JP Morgan. Adrian says Shaboomskis. James Harris says, come on, Lou. What do hedges pay? Look, I don't think Lou's employed by the hedge funds. That's another thing. I don't believe that at all. At all. I think it has nothing to do with that. I think people are way off with that thought process. Could be wrong. Kiwi Girl does not like Marantz. I understand, Kiwi Girl. You don't have to tell me. Billy says, congrats. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You believe me, I never imagined in a million years I would get 1,000 subscribers. Not in a million years. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was just hoping that AMC was going to squeeze, and I thought it was going to happen in June. I mean, I literally could taste triple digits on June 2nd. It was on the tip of my tongue. David Walsh says, guess we're not talking about Ape in the Threshold list. Good night. David Walsh, have a good night. See you later. No, we're not. Who gives a shit? AMC's been on the Threshold list many times. It just, I mean, what is that doing us right now? I don't know. I mean, we could talk about it all night if you want for the next 3 hours, but I don't know how it's going to move the price tomorrow. Chris Kringle says, hold the line. Yeah, bro, we are holding the line. I know all you guys are. I know everyone's on this chat right now is holding the line. You wouldn't be on the call right now if you weren't holding the line. And I can't speak for Tony, but when the whole Ape announcement and the pounce and all this stuff was coming out, I never said I was selling any shares. I don't know, and I know a lot of people know that I haven't said that, but if you think that I'm getting out of AMC or that I sold some Ape or GME or any of that in the last week or two since Ape, no, not at all. Pete says, am I going to talk about natural gas next week? So Pete, I'm definitely, so next week when we expand to five, I'm trying to get it figured out now, but it's probably going to be 3 live streams I'm going to do for 2 hours, 3 nights a week. And then going to try and do 2 collabs. So 5 nights. And the collabs will be a little longer, just because we'll probably have a bigger crowd. But when I do the solo streams, we're going to be talking a lot about geopolitics, man. It's going to be, and the election, all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to open it up and give people a platform to vent their frustrations or to make their opinions known. I think that's so important because everyone's getting canceled. Roseanne, how you doing tonight? Did you see Kenny blink on the last video? Says Kiwi Girl. I think the best way to stay away from drama is avoid covering it so much. Sorry if that's an unpopular opinion. No, Shinra, not at all. No, not at all. Diaz says, Liz, you are consistent. Seriously, Jennifer says, seriously, how funny would it be? That would be a pretty wild live stream. If it was me, Lou, CSI, and DENARO, that would be pretty fucking wild. No doubt about it. Diaz, night, my brother. Stay strong, man. Excuse me. Ant Card says, I like where GME is sitting. It looks like a good time to add in. Yeah, I mean, that was why I reached out to Morant. I said, hey, I was just like, maybe you can give us some insight into where you think that GME might bottom out in case there's someone out there who wants to take a position up and we want to get them at the cheapest price possible so they can make some money. And he just had no interest in that. But that's okay, man. That's okay. It was just an invitation. Mass says, how much? Millions says, Mass, how much did you pay Lou to come and get everyone rowdied up? Just another pothead says, I think Morant just got picked a lot on in his young years. Oh, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about any of that. Mass, get your ace down here to Texas, bro. I'm trying to. I really am. I really am. I mean, listen, I need to get paid on my shares before I do anything else. I can't do any traveling. I haven't traveled since I bought my AMC. I haven't traveled. I've moved, but I haven't traveled. Have not traveled yet. So, yeah. Believe me, Adrian, I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm dying to go to Texas. Like, I'm just dying to get to another UT football game. That was one of the best times I ever had. Brian Reed, how you doing tonight? Joe is in the house. Opinionated Asshole says, I'm swinging and day trading Amy, Billy, and Jimmy. I'm a little different. I hate the label apes. Hey, man, listen. You do whatever's making you money right now. That's all I would be doing. That's all I would be doing. Once I get my new computer, the new screen at least, and we're up and running, we're going to be talking about all different kinds of stocks on these solo nights too. We'll talk about a lot of things. But just remember, anything I bought before August 31st is not to be touched. That was a deal I made with all of you guys. Anything I bought in the last 18 months, it has not been sold. For AMC and Ape, that is. All right. Easter Beast, good evening. How you doing tonight? Lupe says Democrats. I didn't say that. State shows Republican tend to stats. Silver Surfer says stats show Republicans tend to invest more. Yeah, I could imagine that. I have no idea why, but yeah, that's very possible. A&T says studio looks fabulous. Great job, Mass. Thank you, Annie. But actually, the studio is in front of us right now. So what is actually going to be the background? I'm just going to basically be turning this table 180 degrees. And what's in front of me is going to be actually behind me. Hopefully by the 11th or 12th. I think that's the day it will be finished. I would love to have it to go live on a solo for the new stream on the 11th or 12th. Even the 12th more so. Because like the 12th of September of 2021 was honestly the last time that I remember people very patriotic. It just was the country felt like it was a horrible situation, right? September 11th was god awful. You guys know, if you were with me last year, my September 11th story about the Red Sox and the Yankees and being down there. And it was a horrible day. But the next day, the next couple days after that, the country really felt like we were a country, like we were all on the same page. We were all Americans. And I don't remember the last time I felt that way. And that's sad. Brian Reed says, Massalorian Part 2. Actually, Brian, I have an interview. I have an exclusive. It's coming. Just hang on. I'm waiting for a splitter. I'm waiting for an HDMI cable tomorrow from Amazon. And then it will be uploaded, I promise. Yeah, if you guys remember to smash the like button when you come in, that would be awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mass, you broke 1,000 viewers. Someday, Tully. Someday we'll get 1,000 people on this live stream. Maybe 2023. Marlene says, oops, AMC strong. Ant Card says, Overstock was on the threshold list. Thank you, Ant. Like, what? So we're not talking about FT. We're not talking about threshold lists. I'm out of here. All right. I mean, you should go talk to whoever's making videos about it. Ask them what they think. I'm not talking about FTDs. It's a waste of my breath. Roseanne says, I'm holding and continue to hold. Touche, Roseanne. Touche. Chris Kringleshaw says, nah, there's some shows lurking out there, brother. Oh, I'm sure. James says, I haven't figured out the sell button yet. Look, I haven't either. I did figure out how to sell on BlockFi and Coinbase in the last couple of weeks. I did liquidate some of my crypto just so I could free up some cash because what it's taking to get this place done is a lot more than I expected. I expected this was going to take about $1,500 to finish this, and it's actually costing about double. And I know it sounds like the big dig for any of you guys who live in Boston. They started with like a $100 million price tag, and it went to $2 billion. Similar to that. But yeah, this is becoming a lot more expensive than I thought. Just there's like these little things you just don't think of, like such as putting 2 electrical outlets high up on the wall. Now I can do most of that myself just because of my background. I mean, I did do electrical work for a year as an apprentice, but that was 20 years ago, and I don't know if everything's up to code in this building. And you know, I built the wall myself, so I don't want to start a fire in here. It's all kinds of concerns. Birdman, how you doing tonight? Where's Baldo614 says, this is random, but I have been hearing from people on Reddit saying they can't buy ape, but can sell it. I've only heard that, I think, from some people that were in Europe. I haven't seen anyone from America saying that from any of our brokerages. Billy says, I removed my sell button. There you go. And he says, 5 nights. That's great. Can't wait. Yeah, Andy. So I'm going to try to pick a good time slot. I think over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to play around and we'll see like what the consensus is about a good time slot. I kind of want to make it 2 hours. I was thinking like a 9 to 11 or an 8 to 10, somewhere around there, East time. So, but I'll put out a poll and, you know, we'll talk a lot before it gets set to figure out what's going to be the best for everyone. And I'll do as much as I can to accommodate everyone. Pete says, thanks, Mass. Very much appreciated. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Derek A says, can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I worked really hard on getting this thing going and getting all the software and the hardware that takes to try to do this. But I think it's important. I just think this is so important. Everything we are doing right now, whether it's in the stock market or just our individual lives, of holding the line on this and drawing a line in the sand and saying, not this time. I'm not leaving. I lost you guys. Sorry. I can't believe this internet is $8 a week. I mean, a month. Unbelievable. Kim A says, missing Teddy Zane. Knowlton says, frozen. Hopefully I'm good now, guys. Let me know. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, I think for once we've drawn a line in the sand and said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not packing our bags and walking home, right? And leaving. Okay. All right, guys, help me out with this. I need, well, the gentlemen or ladies. Trevor Lawrence, Tua, or Fields? Which one? Hey, Richie. Richie's in the house. AMC to Pluto. Dude, I catch myself singing that all the time. It is the craziest thing. I'll just be walking down the home. I'm like, oh, AMC to Pluto. I'm like, oh my God. How do I get that out of my head? Shadow Girl says, Tony DENARO, please say something about the New York Stock Exchange, a new short squeeze rule. Thanks. Was Tony talking about a new short squeeze rule earlier? Got it. Thank you. Thank you, chat. APEFATHER says, I don't chase 18-year-olds. I was framed. I don't know about that, APEFATHER. I saw the video evidence. You sounded pretty legit to me. I took Trevor Lawrence. George, how you doing tonight? Fields, yeah, Vincul, you think he's gonna be good? He was good in college, man. Tony needs to explain how a common sense investor says, why does Tony need to explain anything to anyone? I don't understand that. Tony needs to explain how a long position can be on the threshold list when it is for stocks that have FTDs for 5 days. How a long can be on the threshold list when it is for stocks that have FTDs for 5 days. I don't know, CSI. I don't know if Tony does either. Is that a rule, CSI? I guess that's what I'm asking. Mass, am I streaming live during the MOASS? Ant Card asked. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be. No, because I wouldn't want to be an influence on anyone. After hours, yeah, but I would be probably watching someone else at that point because I don't want to influence anyone on when to sell or buy. I don't want to be the cause of anyone's pain, suffering. I mean, if it's a great outcome, that would be fine, but that's not going to happen for everyone. So I'm very realistic when it comes to this play because I have a large position in it. APEFATHER says, hello, CSI. I am a big fan. Bubby, there you go. You got a fan, another fan. I'm a big fan of CSI too. Jesus, everybody seems aggressive tonight, says Jay Beebs. Owning the float, Pacheco. All right, when he comes up, I'm getting Pacheco. I got it written down here. You say it was Casey's backup, so he's behind Clyde Hilaire. All right, 6 on. Oh my God. FTDs can be long or short. Thank you, Tony. I didn't know you were still listening. I'm like, why does Tony have to answer anything? I don't understand. David 66OR says, crime is the answer. Look, there's definitely some shit going on. No doubt about that. Tony DENARO says, shout out girl, I haven't seen Mass's video. I don't know what you guys talking about. I'm not watching anyone when it's running, says James Harris. I mean, listen, there are certain guys out there who are running live streams that during a huge run, you know, if we get past 72 again at some point in the next couple months, if that happens, there are certain people that I would watch during it because I think they bring a lot to the table when it comes to technical analysis. And look, in the squeeze, we're going to have all kinds of volatility halts and all kinds of things going on. There could be quote unquote nefarious things going on. But there are some people that I trust out there that I would watch and that wouldn't influence me one way or the other. I already have my mind made up at what price I'm selling at, how many shares I have allocated for different numbers. So I have my brackets in my head. I've had them for a while. All the celebs in the house, says Stack Attack 0.9995. MC, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, MC. Keeping lights on and bright. Let's see. Jamie says after the 19th, aka forced to close out 920 MOASS. Oh, that's what you meant, Jamie? I hope so, man. I hope so. Tristan says, love you, Mass. Love you too, man. Love you too. Who would win in a fight, Tony or CSI? Tony's got a military background. I don't know. I wouldn't want to throw knuckles with Tony. But CSI probably can scrap too. I'm sure CSI can scrap. CSI would probably run out of breath first. He'd probably be winded before Tony. So I think Tony might have the upper hand. Mass, did you pay the APEFATHER also to come on? No, Millions. I did not. No, I didn't pay anybody to come on. The hell are you guys talking about? I don't have any money. It's all tied up in the market or this place. Literally, I had to liquidate some like Shiba Inu the other day that was collecting cobwebs in my Coinbase account to get the electrician over here. I forgot about some Shiba that I had. Market or limit during MOASS. Well, don't put any limits on anything, right? I don't know. We don't want to give them heads up on anything. Sorry, CSI, says Corey. Tony probably get it unless you have a trick card up your sleeve. Fanny Pack or Trey Spider? Probably. Who would win in a fight, says Adrian. Fanny Pack or Trey Spider? I think Trey's dildo would probably win. Mexican Killenback says, Mass, do you even care if you get your own? Yes, I do. I actually, so for whatever reason, I didn't get mine. And Pantheon actually promised he got 2, that he was going to hook me up with one. And I actually reached out to him today, but I haven't heard back from him yet. Hopefully he's okay. I'm sure he is. Mass paid me in burritos to come on. Humble Heart, Mindful of Knowledge. How are you tonight? Just so you guys know, I got to give a big shout out to Humble Mind, Heartful of Knowledge. Let me know if I can put your name out there. Okay. She was one of the people who helped me yesterday immensely trying to get this set up. And she did her best and actually got me in a really good position for the live stream tonight. So if you want to say thanks to Humble Heart, that would be great for me. She really came in through the clutch yesterday. Jennifer says Trey got weird lately. A lot of people have got weird since AMC split, right? A lot of people have gotten weird. Oh, CSI, you also have a military background. I didn't know that, my friend. 20 years surviving Angola. Why were you in Angola? Okay. Vineyard says a little off track here, I think. We're all over the place tonight. When it's a mass solo, we don't stick to any particular topics. Tony DeNaro says, CSI, Tony, Lou, and APEFATHER, let's make it happen. That sounds good to me. Million says, just messing with you. I know. Dana, how you doing tonight, my love? How are you? Shadow Girl says, I understand from your earlier videos, you did not comment clickbait videos. So that's why I wanted to hear your opinion, because I respect your opinion. Thanks, says Shadow Girl. Hey, I think Matt is donating the money from his fanny packs to St. Jude's Hospital. That would be interesting. I'd like to see that. I wish he would donate some money to someone at some point. He's made enough of it. That's for sure. Trey loves his channel. He's giving back to community with knowledge and trading respect. Yeah, he's doing live streams every day, man. Like, I give Trey all the props in the world. He comes up every morning, gets up, throws on that live stream, gets ready, and does a full day. And I give respect to anyone who does that. And I've told you guys many times, Trey was one of the first. Him and Jackson Hunter were 2 of the first guys that I watched right after GME and AMC were halted back in when they took the buy button away in January. They were the 2 guys who kept my interest in this play enough where I actually switched up some of my thinking on the recovery and the recovery plays, because I believe at that time, I believed that AMC was a recovery play as well as a short squeeze play. So for me, it was a no-brainer buying at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was a win-win situation. There's no way I could lose my money on that. As long as AMC can remain open, then they're not going bankrupt. They did accumulate a lot of debt, and I had to, swallow that pill when I realized it before I bought. But that is what I'm in right now. So I'm stuck with AMC, and they're stuck with me. Ain't nothing I can do about it now. Can't go back. Jennifer says, Massalorian, you're not weird. Thanks, Jennifer. Hey, Pamela. Pam, you don't have to stay long. Thanks for stopping by and say hey. Appreciate you. We drinking coal tonight? Gold tonight. Let's see. Any thoughts on Microvision, says Gorilla Gardener. So I have a very small position in it, Gorilla. Back last year, there was some talk that maybe they were going to be providing some of their new technology to, I think it was Tesla at the time. But so with that news, I bought, unfortunately, buy the news. Sell the news. Yeah. So I'm down on that position right now. I haven't sold it. It's one of the positions I haven't liquidated. I still think it has an interesting part to play. Look, I know they say that like LiDAR is big and bulky and all those things, but their tech is like so small. I mean, it can't hurt to have a LiDAR system on any car that's going to have an automated, driver, whatever you want to call it. I know there's a technical word for it. I can't think of it right now. I'm still starstruck that I had APEFATHER and Lou in the same chat. That's wild. Wild. Vin Cool says, so yeah, Microvision, I'm holding on. I think they still have a part to play in the whole EV revolution that's coming, whether I like it or not. I still think the answer to our crisis, which we shouldn't even have a crisis of energy in this country right now, but I think nuclear is the solution. I don't know why people freak out about nuclear energy. As long as the places are run correctly, usually there's no issues. I mean, how many nuclear... Listen, there's nuclear facilities all over Ukraine right now getting bombed. Literally missiles hitting them, and nothing's gone off. So why it's so detrimental to the United States, I couldn't tell you. No one's bombing us anytime soon. James says we're not stuck. No, I didn't mean like that. Like we're stuck, James. But you're right. It's going to turn into a long time hold. That's what it is right now. That's what it is. Stack says we're all in this together. Absolutely, man. Anyone that's a retail trader right now, you have to be in with them. Most of us have bought and held for months, if not coming up on years now. Years, plural. Roseanne says, don't worry, Mass. AMC will MOASS. I hope so, Roseanne, because I would like to take some of these trips I've been talking about. Trey is just like Rat Cores and gets up for those super chats. He's not taking super chats on his live streams. Is he, Trey? No, Lupe. He's not. I have never seen him take a super chat on his recently since he made that mill. But maybe I just haven't seen it. I don't know. Let me know, chat. Doc, how you doing tonight? Doc Zeno says, hey, Massalorian, I have a question about the tensile strength of the steel cables. Oh, boy. Finn says, I'm waiting for MBIS to be acquired. I just think it's a matter of time. Yet they could get bought out by any one of these EV companies that's looking to do, the automated driving. Any one of them. LiDAR is going to be probably a part of that tech in some way, shape, or form, I'm sure. And the technology that they have come up with so far, I know they were working on some other tech. I'm trying to remember what it was. Damn it, I wish I could remember. There was something else they were working on. I want to say it had something to do with batteries or the material that they were using. I can't remember now. Autonomous driving. Thank you, Millions. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I kept saying automatic driver. Autonomous. Danielle, how you doing tonight, man? What is going on? Pete says, isn't Bill Gates the #1 investor in nuclear? If he is, that's unfortunate. He's also, if he is, he's also the #1 investor in farmland in the United States. Do you know that right now we are renting farmland to China and farmland to Saudi Arabia that are sitting on top of giant swaths of untapped well water, groundwater? And this is in the Southwest. So, anyone from New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, anyone who's getting water off of basically the Colorado, they are paying right now like pennies on the dollar to steal our water. Literally steal. This administration is trash. And I hate if you voted for Joe Biden and that makes you mad. I'm sorry. But these guys are trash. The press secretary can't even hold a straight face anymore when she gets up there to try to lie. And I know she checks all the boxes, but the only check box I need is, can you tell me the truth about what's going on? I don't care who you're kissing, who anything else. Just all I need to know is, can you not lie? LiDAR is used for PTC also on trains. Thank you, RWK. I was thinking that too. Ant said David and Goliath, we fight this good fight. Right, Ant? Yep. And, you know, the end of the story of David and Goliath, he didn't just, you know, hit him with a sling and a rock. Pulled his sword out, chopped his head off, and held it up in front of the rest of the army, right? That's what I want to do to these guys. It's not good enough just to sling him with the rock. I want to take the head right off. Mississippi could use some of that water, Chris. Exactly. How is it that we have Jackson, Mississippi, a capital state, United States, without clean water? It's bullshit. What was sending $54 billion, and then Zelensky comes here to ring the bell for the market to open yesterday? You got to be kidding me, bro. There's a war going on. What are you doing on Wall Street? That's lose street. You don't belong there. Ian says Joe Biden is. I didn't say that. Did I say trash? I did? Shit, sorry. Look, most of them are trash right now that are in there. There's nothing to do with what party they're in. They're mostly all trash. There's a couple male and female politicians who are worth their weight in salt, and that's it. That's it. And I mean like a half dozen, if we're lucky. It says mass clown world with these politics. I know it is a clown world. How about Zelensky ringing the bell? Yeah, I know. True or false? Boss Blunt is buying 100K of AMC and Ape tomorrow. Card, I'm not sure if it was 100K or 10K. Chat, you're gonna have to help me out. I'm not sure. CC Villa says, is that why Lake Mead is drying up so fast? It's dropped insane. No. CC, this is groundwater that they're taking. It's not coming from the river, actually. But that water that the Saudi Arabia is leasing, the land, they're taking and extracting the water out and not paying for it. So they're letting them rent the farmland and not charging them for the water, while the Southwest right now is suffering. American farmers don't have enough water to feed their crops. People in Jackson, Mississippi, and then still in Flint, Michigan, don't have clean drinking water. So how does that make sense? I don't want to get all fired up right now. Let's see here. So yeah, sorry, CC. It's not about Lake Mead. I mean, Lake Mead's drying up because of the drought, right? But yeah, it's groundwater that I'm talking about. U.S. farmland has always been for sale, nothing new. Yeah, Ed, but when we're in the middle of a food crisis right now, now's not the time to be selling land. And when the world is right now going to war over clean water in Africa, in Asia, people going to war over dams and availability, the access to water. Not something I want to be giving to our enemies for free. LOL, C-Mass, you're real. What do you think I was fake, Marlene? Just a cardboard cutout? Million says FK all politicians. I'm with you, bro. RWK88 says we have a nuclear power plant in Arkansas. It's awesome. If you guys ever get a chance, go watch Thomas Massey, the congressman there from Kentucky, and Pete Buttigieg, when he brings up the facts about how much electricity it's going to take to have us at just 50% electric vehicles by 2035. You have no idea the strain that's going to put on our grid. If people can even afford the cars in the first place, right? I don't know who's walking around right now with $70,000 falling out of their pockets to buy a Tesla. And unfortunately, that's the only car company that's making cars right now in the United States. So it's not like you have a lot of options. You can't buy a Neo. Polestar, Mullen, all those companies, none of them are running right now. Edouard, let's see. I've always been here listening, just don't always chat. When you make deals, you get to ring the bell, says James Harris. Good point. Good point. That's right. Can you even imagine how much money? I mean, this is the most corrupt country in Europe. Can you even imagine how much money has been smuggled? Humble Heart says, own AMC NFTs sent to new investors who are shareholders and signed up for Investor Connect by August 31st of this year. Really? I didn't know that. Okay. Let's see. Thank you for that. Boss Bun says King says Ant 100K. Nice. That's phenomenal. He's doing this tomorrow? I can't wait for this. Okay, Tony CSI says, you got me thinking. Yes, I can see how a stock that is long can be on the threshold list. Gotta go, says T. Lady off the house. You back. Appreciate you, brother. Love you. Have a good night. Say hi to Scarlett. Easter B says he's already effing rich. Apparently, I don't have 100K. I don't have 100K to drop. If I can pick up 10 shares tomorrow, I'll be excited. Pete says, don't we need independent candidates? Yeah, we need something, man. We need something. Something's got to change. We're losing the country day by day. Slowly, it's slipping from our grasp. Thomas B, how you doing tonight, man? We're looking for 84.32. I was talking earlier about $72. I said I'll be very excited when we get to new all-time highs again. But until then, you probably won't get me that excited. That's just being honest. Please no talk about common sense being ignored. It just makes my blood boil. Flint, Michigan could use some water, says Chris Burns. Yeah, I just made that, man. I just made that comparison. Yep. I just said, yeah, I was just talking about that. Gorilla Gardener says, get rich or die buying. There you go. I like that. That's a great line. I got to write that down. Get rich or die buying. I love it. Yeah, man. Shout out to Boss Blunts for doing that. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty wild. Mexican says Nestle Corp continues to drain the Great Lakes and steal California's fresh water. Coca-Cola is doing the same thing in Mexico. Mexican Silverback. I saw a report about a couple of towns in Mexico where Coca-Cola company is siphoning off all the water from the people and they can't grow their crops. It's just awful the stuff these corporations get away with sometimes. Oh, let's see. Ant says Bill Gates owns 1/3 of our nation's farmland. What is he doing? Good question. Good question. Dana says all this eye candy. What? All this eye candy without having to share your screen is giving me a case of the fever. Stop it. Let's see. So from the Agalala Aquifer, yes, southwestern Mexico is having issues because they're on the edge of it. Several whales running deep and having to dig deeper. Got it. Can't charge it if you're in California. Yeah, not when you guys have rolling blackouts, right, James? I mean, what is he talking? What is Newsom talking about? The EV thing in 5 years. You can't even keep your AC on for more than 6 hours a day. He is delusional. Pam, good night. Have a good night, Pam. Say hi to the man. I just appreciate you coming by. No need to stay. The recharge lines are going to be outrageous, hours-long charges. Sheesh. It's another thing. Chris Kringle, there is a company out there right now that's making, they've developed this technology where you actually just pull into your space and there's a connection between a coil and your battery on your vehicle that will automatically connect as soon as you are pulling into your spot. And they're developing it right now for commercial use for buses, big trucks, delivery trucks, large corporations, right? But they do want to extend that technology over to, pedestrian to everyday drivers, not just big corporations. They're trying to get it so they can put it in parking lots for malls and movie theaters and restaurants, stuff like that. Rigo says, I see Polestars and Lucids all the time. Where do you live? I haven't seen a lot of them at all. In New England, at least. Red 2K. Easter B says, hey, Mass, can I send you a video with a cool theory about electric cars? Absolutely. Yeah, please do. I'll throw up my email real quick. By the way, what did you guys think about the GME call today? It's pretty short, huh? But good news. I mean, numbers look all right, and the market responded well to it. So I'm not complaining. Full shore. Yes. Yes. DS says, no, I'm not GG. Who thought you were GG? How many cases of bottles do you have in stock? I have 6, says Zen Hodler. Should I buy more? I actually have water downstairs in the storage. We have a giant storage unit downstairs. Thank God that I kind of was able to bring my stuff to. I'm trying to keep this room to a minimum with like nothing in it besides what I need for this and a place to lay my neck. Reg says Hudson, Mass, bro. Nice. Right on. I'm trying to get, I want to get more Massachusetts people on here. The more, the better. Anyone from New England, I'm trying to get on. Gary Gensler prances around his house at night in pink lace panties, says Doc. Man, we haven't heard anything from Gensler in the last couple weeks, huh? Not even not a peep. That's unfortunate. And he's just taking a back seat right now, I guess. I've seen 2 Rivian trucks in Nashville area within the past week. Gorilla Gardner. So how many cars do you think you've seen in the last week? Maybe 5 to 10,000. 2's not bad. Small percentage, though, in the big picture, right? Roseanne says, we have many charging stations here in Maine. Why? LOL. I just noticed the other day that the AMC near me just got like 10 charge point stations, which is good, right? If you own charge point, which you guys know I do, I think they're going to be just fine next couple of years. They're down right now. I'd like to buy more in the dip when I have some more moolah. RWK88 says, the Massalorian, just making sure that was really you that got my email about the history. Yeah, of course that was me, bro. Yeah, I answered you. I said I'm a big history buff. The whole Macedonian wars with Darius and Xerxes. Yeah, I'm big on that, man. I've been following that since I was 4 years old, and my grandfather told me Alexander the Great was the most prestigious man that's ever lived. I mean, I've been getting that pounded into my head since I was 4 years old from my grandfather. Pam says, I used to be a big, I thought you left, Pam. I used to be a big flirt Dana, but now I only want to flirt with my man only. There you go. All right, Pam. All right. Ed Backorder says, California rules the pro sports world. Just saying, you do own that. That's for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. GG, T. Raiden Thunderbolt says, in my opinion, GG is waiting for the market crash to swoop in. Who knows what's going on right now with the SEC, right? Who knows what the administration or whoever's running this damn country right now, it's not Joe Biden, certainly. Whoever's in charge, whether it's Ron Klain or, I don't know, Obama or Nancy Pelosi, whoever's running the country right now, they more than likely have, well, we know if it's Nancy Pelosi, she's doing very well in the market. But are they holding off Gary Gensler for some kind of thing right before November? I don't know. Would they like to swing their election another 4 million votes to the Democratic side? Probably. So what would you do if you knew you were about to get smoked in the midterms? Would you do anything to survive and not let that happen? What would you be willing to do? CSI says, I've seen a lot of Teslas in porn. What? You have? Yeah, Pam, he's a very lucky guy. Whoever the man is. Doc says, Massalorian getting scared of my comments. No, bro, never. No. When we're on here and it's solo me, we can talk about whatever you guys want. I am not going to keep this. There's going to be no restrictions here as far as what you guys want to talk about. And, people can come and go as they like. I mean, there's no need to stay here if you're not interested in the information. Like David earlier, we weren't talking about, the threshold list and he wanted to take off. That's cool, man. I can't hold you here. False scarcity. Lord Leach says false scarcity always used by governments to control the people. I mean, the fear mongering is at an all-time high right now, right? But there is some actual stuff that we should be looking at. I mean, the supply chain issues, the drought that's happening in the Southwest right now, all the things that happened this summer, and the energy crisis we're about to face in the next 2 to 3 months. I went outside earlier and I saw gas was at 329, and I said, "Wow, it's really down right now." But I remember when the reserves were opened up back 3 months ago, they were very clear when they came out and said, "This is gonna be temporary relief," right? And I know the reports were that these reserves that were released so far were enough to last about 3 months to try to get this price down. And that 3 months is just about up. So keep your eye on gas prices. Let's see. B-Rad says 2 Rivian trucks spotted in OKC. Nice. Nice. So they're making their way around then, Rivian. Roseanne said we got our bribe here in Maine, $850 per person. Thomas B says, Mass, I'd like to email you. Go for it, brother. I just put my email address up in the chat 2 seconds ago. Mass, you paid CSI to come on the chat also? Yes. I solicited everyone and said, listen, I'm going solo tonight. I called APEFATHER, CSI, Lou, Tony DENARO, anyone that picked up, basically, I made them come on. I gave them enough money that they couldn't say no. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Chris says, tell us how stupid Putin's sanctions. The ruble is stronger than it's ever been. So I'm not quite sure how these sanctions are working out. The administration seems to think that they're doing a fine job. I don't know how you could say that when, I mean, the ruble was rubble for about 3 days, and ever since then, it's been stronger than the dollar. Pete says, have you ever seen a time in your life when every vote is down party lines, corrupt SOBs? Pete, I've never voted before. I never really followed politics my whole life. I just kind of got into them in the last year and a half, just from doing all the research into what's going on right now in the market. And eventually to always leading back to the only people that can really do anything about this is Congress. And the only way we can make Congress act is to vote in people who are going to act for us and take out the people who don't. Kim says sanctions don't work. Clearly, Kim. Clark says, yes, that's another thing, Clark, right? He sold $4 billion worth of our oil reserves to China. So again, Frozen State Productions, how you doing tonight? Frozen State says, I'm investing in water filtration systems, need info on the reliable solar generators. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a good thing to invest in, right? Isn't Burry investing in water filtration right now? I think Michael Burry is as well. I know he was after The Big Short came out. I think in the very end of the movie, right before they cut to the credits, it rolls and says he is now investing in water. Now, that was obviously when The Big Short came out 10 years ago, but I don't know. Look at Lake Mead. It's about to be, it's about to not be able to produce energy anymore at the dam, at the Hoover. That's how low the water levels are. I mean, they're unprecedented. Texas, taxes. Then Halder says taxes are the lifeline for the corrupt political system. So to mitigate the corruption, it follows that the people should overthrow. Look, I don't have a problem with the system itself. Capitalism, I believe, is a good thing because it forces you to exert the most energy and, put the hardest work you can into what you're doing, because someone will come along that's better than you, that can speak better than you, that looks better than you, that has more money than you. So you've got to push. If you believe in capitalism, you have to push yourself every day to get up and say, I'm going to be better than the next guy today. I'm going to get a leg up on him. So I believe that's not the problem. And it was working fine for a while here until the last 40, 50 years rolled around and the Federal Reserve came into the picture. It was working fine. Clark says, Clark, how you doing tonight? Say hi to Julie for us. He says, do you remember months? How is Julie, by the way, Clark? Let us know. Do you remember months back when Vladimir Putin challenged Joe Biden to a 1-hour debate on television, on live television? No, Clark. That would probably kill Joe Biden. Like literally. I don't think he could pull that off. Common Sense says, I'm almost lit enough to go live in the Discord. I'm there all the time. Ay, ay, ay. Baby Soy Sauce, how you doing tonight? Thomas B. Okay, I'll go check it. As soon as we get off. I'll be checking my email. Million says Al from Boston is also here. No, man, no. He definitely wouldn't be a person I would call. Definitely not. When the no hat reveal, says Diaz. We can do that soon, bro. We could do that. I have hair. Don't think I don't have hair. I got some hair on the side. I just shave it. I'll do a no hat reveal when I hit 10K. How about that? If I ever do. If I ever get 10,000 subscribers, which would be a miracle, I will do it. T. Raiden says, hashtag abolish the Fed. You know, a lot of people blame the banks for what happened in 2008, for what happened, you know, over the last 20 years and all the things that have come to ruin the middle class and the lower class. I blame the Fed more. After doing this 1.5 years of research, I think the Fed is the real criminal here, not the banks so much. I mean, the banks definitely played their role, but the Fed is behind this nonsense. And right now, they are literally robbing the Treasury. I mean, this laissez-faire attitude was just throwing money to a proxy war when our own border is wide open vexes me to the nth degree. Really bothers me. Philip says, any fight predictions? No, Philip. I don't know that much about Kamzat. I mean, I've seen Diaz fight a bunch of times. Not a fight I would bet on. Not a fight I would bet on. That could be very close. Let's see. Anyone watching the U.S. Open, says Andrew, incredible match. No, who's playing, Andrew? Which match are you talking about? Somehow the Amish have no problems living day to day, says Kim A. Very true. Very true. I'm not looking to go back to horse and buggies, though. That's for sure, Kim, right? And lanterns. Doc Zeno says, I recommend everyone check out this excellent documentary, Who Rules America? The Power of Wall Street, which is a great video. I covered it. I know I covered it in one of my videos a while back. It was a PBS special, a 2-hour special. I think this is part 1 and 2. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Definitely check it out. It's on the PBS YouTube channel. No, I'm sorry, not PBS. Is it PBS? Yeah, PBS. Dana says, Kim, a little behind on my butter churning skills. Dana, you have skills like that in canning and stuff? I might need to marry you now. We are fighting the U.S. government right now. That's for sure. Says, oh yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, I mean, the only people that can check the SEC are Congress. So if you want the SEC to step in and do something, you got to put the pressure on Congress. Skin fade, yes, sir. Yeah, bro. Skin fade. Fuck you, says Mass. We need to lower taxes by 50%, no less than 30%, and eliminate deductibles. Kiwi said the Fed is a private organization. You think so, Kiwi girl? On paper, yeah. On paper, for sure. But I blame them no matter what. You have a picture with a no-hat Massalorian, says Les Clayman. All the deep state moles for the WEF have to rob the treasury so they can force this into one more government. Clark, it's coming, man. When that first video I have coming out about the manifesto from the 70s, the World Economic Forum, what Klaus Schwab's dad wrote about in the manifesto, it's going to blow your mind. Adrian saying, nibble, nibble, baby. What are we nibbling? I'll blend in Lancaster, PA with the Amish when shit hits the fan, says Kim. What are you going to put on a white throw over hat, Kim? Dana says, Liz, I'll buy that photo of you. Guys are funny. Did Trey TMI short the VIX Gabe meeting Kansas to pump AMC last year? Says Lambo Music. I don't know what they meant for. Lamobile Music. I don't know what they meant for. I think they went out there because obviously it's where AMC is headquartered, and they were going to do a meetup anyways. I never really got a straight answer on what was going on with that. I don't really know. I wish I did. I wish I had an answer for you, but wasn't talking. I had stopped talking to Trey right before he blew up. Maybe like March of last year. I want to say somewhere around there. And he never answered me when I did reach out to him again right after that. Not that I thought he would tell me what he was doing out there anyway. It's none of my business, but I was curious, that's for sure. Roseanne, have a good night, hon. Thank you so much. Get some sleep. Sunchi Adventure says Diaz going to pull up the upset and ride off into the sunset. Liz says he definitely has hair up there. I definitely have hair up there. Plenty of it. Where are they going to dispose of the old EV batteries? Good question, Pete. Good question. Where are they going? And do you have any idea where all this lithium and copper is coming from? Do you know the pain and suffering that people in third world countries are going through to try to provide this stuff because we won't dig it up ourselves because we're trying to be so correct about being green? I mean, we are like doing triple the damage by hiring out these things and by trying to import instead of becoming a mass exporter of oil and commodities where we're at a standstill right now. Like, we could do it cleaner than anyone else. We do it cleaner than anyone else right now. So why aren't we a mass exporter of all these commodities? It makes no sense. We were efficient 18 months ago, had no issues. I mean, where did all the gas go that fast? That it had to rise like that? Rarefied Tennis says Biden better leave the Amish alone. Doc says that the SEC literally has no real power. They are the equivalent of a home, pretty much. The SEC really has no power. They really don't. I mean, at the end of the day, that power resides in Congress. And if you don't believe me, go watch Gary Gensler's interview. And I can't think of his name now, but the guy that used to run the Fed, his last name's Jackson, the interview with Jon Stewart. And he is very blunt when he says, Gary Gensler has no control over that. If you want control over that, you got to go talk to Congress. And that's a fact. And I've been saying that since I found that out, I don't know, a year ago. I've been preaching on this channel, and I've been kicked in the nuts for talking about politics, but it's coming one way or the other. So was the election. Food Dog says, sorry, I'll go back to lurking. Where were you lurking, Food Dog? Mass, when hot tub stream? After the MOASS. I'll have Tiffany and Brittany, a mojito, a pina colada, and a fatty. And then we'll do the hot tub. Can I make baklava, Jennifer? No, my mother can, though. She makes a damn good baklava. She does. I work with an electrician, Pete said. He said lithium is very toxic. Very toxic. And it's little children they have working, digging up this lithium. I'm not kidding. It's horrible. Justice for all. How you doing tonight, man? Justice says, same with oil. We drill oil cleaner than anyone. I say exactly, Justice. It's ridiculous. Why are we relying on our enemies to provide things for us? Why would they want to help us? We are just building their commerce. Look at the people we're talking about here. They're some of the most corrupt leaders in the world. Russia, Middle East, Venezuela. And say what you will about Russia. But this is a proxy war. We could pull out of this tomorrow and be done with it. And guess what would happen? Ukraine would have to come to the table, and Russia would come to the table. Russia would say, everything we have right now is staying ours, and you can't have it back. And Zelensky would say, okay, thank you very much. Here's our new borders. End of story.
End of story. But that doesn't make any money for Boeing and Northrop Grumman and all these other military industrial complex conglomerates that are literally half of these billions of dollars that are going to Ukraine are actually going directly into the pockets of the military industrial complex. So why would they want to give up a war right now? We just got out of Afghanistan. Clearly, we need to be in another conflict if you want to keep making missiles and money. You have to get another conflict once you pull out of Afghanistan. If we don't need bombs, then we don't need, we don't need these other companies. We don't need the military industrial companies if we're not at war. So it only makes sense. You got to start a proxy war somewhere. Why not the most corrupt country in Europe and our natural enemy, the Russians? Because they've told me I can't say things before, or they've demonetized my videos, or they've taken down my videos. No, not the Russians. Nope, YouTube did that, an American company. I never had any Russians bother me. Yo, I peed. How you doing tonight, man? How are you, my friend? Prometheus says Massalorian politics influence all markets 100%. Yeah, man. I didn't know that a year and a half ago, but I do now. I do now. Sure as hell. Hamid M says, up, Mass. Good vibes. Hamid, how you doing tonight, brother? Fuck you says exactly, Mass. What's your point? That I don't know. I don't know if I really have a point, but I got problems with the government. What was really weird after Trey, TMI, etc. all met up, Annie saying, hang on. What was really weird after Trey, TMI, etc. all met up was they all came back and announced they wouldn't be. Yeah, that's yes. Okay. So you guys want my opinion on what happened? Here's what I think happened. I'm gonna take down this comment. Here's what I think happened. I think, and this could be totally false, I think that AMC, I don't know if I should put the speculation out there. There's a possibility that AMC might have called them down to talk to them. Now, why couldn't they have done that on the phone? I don't know. Maybe because they don't want anything recorded. If you talk to someone on the phone, it can be recorded. Speak to someone live, you can pretty much control your surroundings to make sure that what is said is not going to be heard anywhere else. It could be that. It could be just a couple guys got together on vacation. But to me, something definitely changed after they were down there. Whether that was due to AMC or something else, a personal issue that happened between maybe a couple of the gentlemen that were there. I don't know. But I did have some thoughts at one point thinking maybe AMC called them down and told them they need to chill out. Just because they were worried about them getting in trouble with the SEC. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean, this whole thing with AMC was kind of new, right? Back in June of last year. New to a lot of people. And so that's definitely a possibility. But I'm not sure. I can't tell you guys for sure, 100%. Lord Leach says, what would America do if Russia? Well, of course. Listen, we overthrew their government in 2014 in Ukraine so we could put in an anti-Russian person who wants to join NATO. And once we did that, that kind of gave the green light to Putin. The only reason he waited till now to invade was the Orange Bad Man. Because the Orange Bad Man supposedly told Putin that if he tried anything in Ukraine, that he would blow Moscow to smithereens, which I don't know if he would or not, but if Trump threatened me, I think I would back off. And notice they waited a little while before they actually rolled in, but they definitely didn't do it when Trump was in office, even though they did help him win the election in 2016. YouTube, that is just a rumor. That for the YouTube gods out there, please do not demonetize me. Okay. Karina Fuentes. Good evening, Karina. Karina says, I'm Venezuelan. Always hated my socialist government till I met Wall Street. Hey, Karina, I hear you. I hear you on that. 100%. I hear you 100%. CSI, I hope so too, just so I can talk some smack to people who laughed at me about this play. Easter Beast, I've back on June 2nd or June 2nd or June 3rd, whatever day it was, man, that was like an elation I can't even tell you. To have been talking about the play for so long, seeing it run up to that $72 price, and then literally having your entrails ripped out in about 6 seconds because of a CNBC report. But that was a good couple days, and I really felt like we were vindicated in what we were talking about. And damn, I wish you could have just held off on those 20 million shares, man. I mean, I know they raised a lot of money, and maybe at the time there was no choice, but looking back, we were so close to probably ripping to unseen levels. What are you gonna do? Sunchi Adventure says, "Yo, Mass, thanks for doing these lives. Gives us degenerates something to do when the markets are closed." Hey, man, I'm in the same boat with you guys, so I come on here so we all have kind of a voice and we can let our frustrations out. And when I have information, I'll pass it along. Like I said, I've been slacking because of the whole move and the building of this room, but once that's done, it's going to be a full-time thing. I hope I have enough put away to keep me afloat for the next couple months. And hopefully the MOASS will happen in that time period. But been a year and a half now and nothing yet. I'm still waiting, still holding. I didn't sell at 72. I'm knocking out now. KYP, how you doing tonight, girl? Much love. How are you? Clark says, Russia and China have been getting rid of their deep state moles for a long time, for many years, while America is just littered with deep state moles and New World Order wackos. Yeah, Buttigieg is one of those, right? He's probably going to be the, well, it looks like they're trying to push him to be the Democratic nomination, get the Democratic nomination for this next run. Biden ain't running. He's a WEF young leader. Okay. So if he happens to win, get ready for Germany 2.0. That's where he stands. T. Raiden Thunderbolt says, right, Maz, it's a possible. Dana, have a good night. Right, Mass, it's possible. Thought on the group thing? Yeah, I don't know, man, for sure, but thanks, Dana. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I don't know for sure, but that's my speculation. Like I said, I reached out and never got an answer back. Doc Zeno says, Massalorian, your thoughts on the 5 getting together in Kansas? Yep, spot on. Yeah, I don't know, man. I could be right. I could be wrong. I don't know. Shirley, Mass Mojitos are calling my name. Bye, honey. Have a sip for me. Mass, Trump, and Putin are in bed together. You think so? I don't know. If they were, I mean, I don't know. KYP, you might be right. You might be right. I don't know. The Orange Bad Man had the economy soaring and made a ton of money in the market when Trump was in, says Justice for All. I hope they're not, KYP. That would be really disheartening. When Trump was in, he has not broken any laws they can prove. Well, of course they can't prove it. Why do you think they keep going after him? They can't get anything to stick. They don't really have. There is nothing. There is nothing. There is nothing. And they've tried now how many times to impeach this guy? Like, get over it. Let's go. Vin says Putin is a megalomaniac. He needs a legacy and his health reportedly not good. So here we are. I don't know, Vin. I appreciate that outlook. I have a little different outlook. I think we overthrew their government in 2014. Victoria Nuland said so much on her phone call that was recorded. She said, we don't give a fuck what the EU thinks. We are installing this guy. Then right after that, the Donbass region was attacked by Ukrainian Nazis. And since 2014, they have killed 14,000 Russian citizens in the Donbass during this war. And I think the only thing that kept Putin out was the threat of Trump. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And look, Putin, he is a megalomaniac. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's a nut, right? He needs a legacy. But again, like was said earlier, if somebody came into Cuba like they tried to, Russia, when Russia came to put missiles in Cuba, what did we do? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Mass, I'm with you. We were on a run. Yeah, KYP, right? I hate talking about it. I hate even thinking back to that day. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember how I started the video. I remember everything about that day like it was yesterday. That's one day I'll never forget. Um, Adrian says, "Good thing my babe is the perfect cheese stick I can trust." Cheese stick. AMC Doc says could not have survived the squeeze in June of 21. That's why it was foiled. You think so, Doc? We'll see. You think the market couldn't have handled it, or you think AMC couldn't have? Diaz always getting that song stuck on my head. Mass, what's your background? I retired 5 years ago as a repairman from a coal-fired plant that is shutting down the next 3 years. You just retired? That's good. Congratulations, Pete. So I'm kind of been all over the place, man. I went to school for journalism and film. That's what I specialized in high school, really. Like I was in the communications field. I worked like on the news team. And then when I went to college, I went to film school and journalism school. Then when I came out, I came back to the East Coast. I went to school in California, came back to the East Coast, started doing carpentry, some electrical work. I bartended for a while. I did high-rise window cleaning for a while, hanging off buildings. I've done some crazy stuff. But my background, I'd say mostly, I went to school for journalism. That's my passion. I enjoy journalism. I enjoy retail trading too. I've been doing it for like 3 years now. Before the last 3 years, I was basically just sticking my money into Fidelity mutual funds, Magellan, and a couple others. But I got into retail trading back in 2020. And if someone was to ask what my forte is besides journalism, I would say I'm a carpenter probably at the end of the day. And I can sling a mean drink. I can sling you a couple Bud Lights at a Patriots game. Thomas B says market couldn't. Yeah, that's possible, bro. Very possible. Very possible that there was, and the same thing in January of 2021, right? There have been reports out there that the White House specifically shut down the squeeze in 2021 in January, that they were the ones who told the brokers to shut it down. Now, Glenn Greenwald from The Intercept, who used to be on The Intercept, now on the, he's on Substack now. But Glenn Greenwald reported on that right after it happened. If you get a chance, go back and watch Jimmy Dore, the Jimmy Dore show. Glenn Greenwald from right around the time of January 2021 at the end there. If you can go back and scroll through his YouTube page, watch Glenn Greenwald and watch what he talks about in those couple videos right after the 28th there. So like the 29th, 30th, 31st. If you get a chance, really interesting. Pete says, thanks, man. Much appreciated. You got it, bro. Anytime. Hamid says, Hopefully you guys are back right now. Oh my God. What is going on? Guys, can you give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I don't know why the chat's not coming up on the screen right now. Humble Servant says, Mass, what's more scary is that if AMC goes to 0, Humble Servant, why would AMC go to 0? What are you talking about? How would AMC go to 0? There might not be a stock market left. Regardless, everyone would just burn down Wall Street altogether. I have no thoughts in my head that AMC is going anywhere close to 0 ever. At least not for the next 10 years, at least. Thank you. Thank you. Got me? Got me? All right, sorry. Do you believe $80 for this trash? Yeah, Kim, I have AOL. You've got mail. C Hell says AMC is going to a bunch of zeros. That's the only way I see AMC going. It's not going to 0 anytime soon. It's not going to 0. Adam Aaron just picked up 475 million darts to tag these hedge funds' asses with. Just saw you picking your nose. Was I? Shit. Damn it. T Raiden, thank you, man. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. For the open convo tonight. This is great. This could help things out in our community. You are well mannered and doing great. Good night. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. Thanks for keeping the lights on. Danny R says, Mass, I'm going to the Finns opener game this Sunday versus the Pats, and they're going down. Sorry, buddy. Look, you guys got a good team this year. I think you should have stayed with the head coach there for one more year. I think he's a good coach, but unfortunately, they cut him. But I think he was a good coach. That's sad that they got rid of him. Isaiah says, Satan will be selling snow cones in hell before AMC goes to 0. I like that. I like that. Common Sense Investor says, had a great night. Night, everyone. CSI, have a good night, man. Appreciate all the work you put in. All your videos, man. Thank you very much for all the hard work you do. All right. Clark says, we will get our short squeeze in AMC. These hedgehogs can't hold out forever. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Who has the ability to hold out longer? Yep. Can we outlast these guys? Yeah, that's the big question, right? Pete says, do you believe big tech is a good investment because they have too much influence in the government? Because they have so much influence in the government, Pete? I'll tell you something right now that this is my opinion only. This is pure speculation. This summer, there was a meeting in DC at the Mandarin Oriental in Washington, DC. And some of the people that were meeting there at the time were from Davos and Bilderberg. It was the King of the Netherlands, the Prime Minister of the Netherlands. It was Alex Karp and Peter Thiel from Palantir, and a bunch of other politicians from around the globe. And Palantir was the name. Alex Karp and Peter Thiel, those names stood out to me. If they are looking to do this one government, if they are looking to introduce this digital dollar and to have all these things controlled by one economic source, so to take the funds out of the hands of the bank, there's going to have to be ways to track all that information, and Palantir provides the perfect software for what they would need to be doing as far as credit scores, ESGs. Palantir has the software to track that kind of stuff. So, in my opinion, I don't think big tech is really the thing, because big tech, listen, as we get more and more into the future here and they try to shut more people down and cancel more people, other platforms are going to pop up. I think Rumble is like one big signing away. If Rumble could sign like Russell Brand or some big podcaster, they would become relevant overnight. It could be real fast. Boom. They could just, it's just to be a click away to another station, right? To another platform to check stuff out. I know I heard the other day that they actually offered Rogan a contract. They were trying to get Russell Brand, but big tech is going to have its day, I think, around different places. But right now, if I believe in this WEF and this manifesto and what I think they're trying to do out there between Davos and Bilderberg and all these groups, what their intentions are, if you really want to see a company that's about to get a lot of contracts, Palantir would be it. Not Meta. NET, good night. Thanks for stopping by, NET. Oh, boy. All right, guys. I'm going to go about another 20 minutes till 12 o'clock. So we'll do a 2.5-hour live. I want to see how that time is as far as like going forward. Will I be doing 9 to 11:30 or 9:30 to 12? I'm going to try out different times for the next like 5 or 6 live streams that I do solo and see how the numbers come out. And I'll look for feedback from you guys. Please let me know in the comments or somewhere what is a good time for you guys? Like, what is the perfect time, depending on where you live, to where you have some free time to sit down and actually, engage in the conversation? Let me know in the comments of this video. And I'll put a poll out either later tonight or tomorrow. Humble Servant said, Mass, did I see your my last? No, I did not, Humble Servant. Please, if you could post it again, that'd be great. How much would you pay for a hat signed by the Massalorian? Liz, I don't think anyone should pay anything for that. Humble Heart, Mind, and Full of Knowledge says, have a great night, everyone. Have to get back to schoolwork. Hugs from afar. Have a good night, and thank you so much for yesterday. I couldn't have done that without you, so thank you so much. Banana Flap Jack Dink says, Mass, thoughts on Joe Biden 2024 election? Will he win? I don't think so. Don't think he's going to come around for round 2. I can't promise you that, but he's going to have a long road ahead of him, being a lame duck president. Look, if the Republicans take back the House and the Senate in November, we're going to have a lame duck president who has no power. All he's going to do is more of what we saw the other night. I mean, was that not the most sinister? What the hell was that speech? What a fucking weirdo. Like, bro, what are you doing? Why don't you pipe down and relax? Instead of screaming at everybody. Danny R says, humble, hey, I got to go to bed for school tomorrow. Haha, later, everyone. Danny, have a good night. Adrian says, Mass, stick to your normal schedule. Adrian, I'm going to try, man, but I'm going to try to do what's best for like the whole community. I'm going to try to. I know people from all over the world are coming to the broadcast, so I want to try to get a consensus on what would be good times and days. We'll play around and see what works. Yeah, guys, put it in the chat right now. Actually, I'll go back and watch later and see what you guys say. I can't read, obviously, all of them right now, but I would love to. MC, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. So much. Thank you. MC, man, just comes through amazing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to thank you, honestly. But when the channel starts up new again, we have some changes coming. Don't worry. People are going to know who MC is. Don't you worry. In Your Base says, not going to happen, Mass. Love you, though. KYP, love you, too. Have a good night. Look, me and KYP love each other. We have differences of opinions on some things. That's okay. That's okay. At the end of the day, that's my sister. Humble Servant says, my bad, bro. AMC would never go. Oh, okay. Gotcha, bro. Okay. I was wondering what you were talking about. I'm like, what is he talking about? No problem. No problem. CC wants to join Casey's Discord. Okay. My vote is for 9:30 to midnight, but I'll be tuning in either way. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate it, man. The Massalorian. When it happens. I should have made it the Massalorian, and then after the Massalorian, I could just drop the O in the Massalorian, right? What a dummy. Yeah. Banana Flapjack says, KYP, tell me what you think. Who is Biden? Can you think Biden can beat anyone right now on the other side? Just curious. You think he would beat anyone else again in another round of voting? Much love back at you, humble servant. Joe Biden makes me sick, says Banana Flapjack. My dad thinks he's Joe Rogan's uncle. Everything is being staged for us to end politics as we know it. We just need some change, man. We need to get the power back in the hands of the people, not of the oligarchs, of big tech, of the military-industrial complex, of Wall Street, right? And Wall Street, they're the biggest mother effers out there, as far as we're concerned, at least, because we're all retail traders. Thomas says, I know some of the elite on Wall Street. I cannot express how evil they are. They will literally take out your kid's surgery money. They're I'm sure they're very crooked, man. I don't know any of them personally, but look, there's a reckoning coming. I don't know when, I don't know who's going to lead it, but it's coming. There is going to be a reckoning one day. It's not going to be a civil war between people of different racial colors or different backgrounds. It's going to be a class revolution. Get ready. Humble Servant says, Mass, what do you plan to do with your channel after the squeeze? After the squeeze, I plan on traveling and doing news stories. I want to get into Venezuela and Ukraine and all these places and find out what's actually going on the ground. I was hoping that would already have happened by now. I'd already be well into my traveling days and doing news stories from the road. And I'll be trading a little bit too. If we can fix the market in the next couple of years, I'll continue to trade as a retail investor. But some of these things have got to be taken care of before I'm going to put my full faith back into the market on a day-to-day basis again. Because they've effed us so hard. So hard. Corbin says, DC needs an exorcist. Yes. Tom, if you can get that to me right now, I'll stay on for another hour. The corpse was wheeled into the White House by the COVID crazy, says Vin. Was that the real APEFATHER here? It could have been. I don't know. Banana Flapjack Jink. I don't know. Possibly. I know the APEFATHER. He's a good dude. I know not everybody likes him, but when I was just first starting out, my first Lou video that I did, when he went into the AMC theater and said, this is a dead business model, get out of AMC. That first video that I did, and I brought up some of his court papers, Richie gave me a shout out, and I got like 100 subscribers because of that one thing. So I've always thanked him for that. And, there weren't a lot of people out there that were listening to me at 100 subscribers. And he was. So Dan says we need the people to take our currency back in our country, bro. Right, Sam Adams? I mean, Dan Adams. Tom says I'm in Medford, bro. Tom, I remember. You were at the last live stream. I remember exactly who you are, brother. I know you're in Massachusetts. I know you're in Medford. I'm in Medford, bro. Come pick me up. Next time I come to the Win, I'll give you a heads up, Tom. We'll have a couple beers. Diaz says I want to talk football. Diaz, I'll next live stream we'll lay out a draft. Honestly, guys, I really want to do a fantasy football for the channel. But I just think it's going to be, there's just too much going on right now with the market. And ever since the split, I just don't think I'm going to have the time to do it. I wanted to do it. I thought it'd be fun if we all could possibly get in on some teams, but there's too much going on right now. And the next couple months could be really crazy leading up to the election and what the Fed's going to do. So, but we'll talk about fantasy football in the live streams. It's not always going to be from 9 to or 9:30 to 11. We'll stretch it out if people are still talking and want to talk. I'll be here. Dan says that's a compliment from a Bostonian, LOL. Adrian says, check the DM I sent you on Discord, bro. Adrian, I don't have Discord anymore, bro. My phone is at the bottom of a lake right now. When I lost my phone, I lost all that stuff. I lost everyone's contact info, everything. So I don't have any of that. So Adrian, if you want to DM me, send it to Twitter. Thomas B, have a good night, bro. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Food Dog says selling fentanyl more like. Clark says, does the World Economic Forum have a website we can go to? Yes, they do. Yeah, just type in WEF. It comes right up. Yep. I had a hard time though finding the actual PDF for their manifesto from the 70s, but I did find it. And wait till I read some of it to you guys. Tom says I got the fish, bro. All right, Tom, sounds good. I like blues or stripers that sound good. BBD says new phone. Who dis? We need Benny F and his mad printing skills back to new currency. Yeah, my phone is sleeping with the fishes right now. That's right. After the squeeze, I plan on buying Lou's condo from him and trash the place. Oh, that's funny. Pete, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Says great job, Mass. Later. Have a good night, Pete. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Liz, send me your number. I don't have anyone's info. Nope. I think Pam's info. That's it. DI says I need to get on Twitter. I've been fighting it for a long time, bro. Only reason I gave into Twitter was because of the YouTube channel. I would have never in a million years been on Twitter. Not in a million years. Jack Dorsey is a punk. I don't like him. I don't like Twitter. I don't like what they stand for. I think they're trash. But they are the town square right now. They're the village voice. And if you are doing some type of, social media, or you're on YouTube or one of these other, platforms, you got to kind of spread your wings or spread out at least your content. That's the only reason why I joined Twitter. It's the only reason. Look back. I joined Twitter the same month I started my YouTube channel. No bullshit. CC says just stay off the drama-filled space calls. So CC, the only it is a cesspool, Vin. The only space calls I used to go on was last year. I was going on the calls that the short sellers of AMC were on because I wanted to hear what their arguments were. So I used to listen into those, but I haven't done that in a while. But back then, I did really want to hear what the shorts were saying. Let's see. Jam Bams, how you doing tonight? Justice for All says Dorsey is a putz. I agree. Big time. Bro, 150 a ball. If I you're out of control, Tom. Out of control. What were the shorts saying back then on those calls? Cole's asking. Hey Cole, how you doing tonight, brother? So they were talking about how shitty the Matrix did. This is just to give you an idea of what time this was. This was sometime between Christmas and Thanksgiving when I was listening to these space calls from the short sellers. They were talking about the box office revenue, and literally 2 weeks after, their main thing was that the box office was in trouble. And I want to say within a couple weeks of that, Spider-Man released and did like what, $2 billion? By the way, speaking of which, let me show you guys this. Thanks for bringing it up, Cole. I just remind me. Do you guys see this information come up here? Tell me if you can see it on the screen. So this is pretty interesting. In the weekend's battle of the box office leftovers, Spidey had the early lead, but Tom Cruise turned on the afterburners. Top Gun Maverick, a 15-week-old film, returned to the leading spot at the box office in what was the weakest Labor Day weekend for film grosses in more than 20 years. The high-flying Cruise film drove $6 million over the 3-day weekend and $7.9 million over the 4-day. That was enough to surpass Bullet at 5.7, blah, blah, blah. And the 2022 re-release of last winter's Spider-Man No Way Home, which pulled 5.4 and 6.5 respectively. Saturday ranked as the year's best day for cinema attendance It was marked by National Cinema Day, which was 3,000 theaters, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes on to say Top Gun Maverick, though, used the occasion to officially surpass Black Panther and become the 5th highest grossing domestic movie of all time with $701.2 million, a spot it will likely come to rest with Avatar number 4 at $760. And on that list, Avatar trails Spider-Man No Way Home. So think about these numbers, guys. Remember these numbers when we're talking about Avatar coming at the end of the year. On the global sales basis, Top Gun Maverick has brought in $1.4 billion, while Spider-Man is an impressive $1.9. The sad thing is we should have 50 movies like that a year. But Hollywood is so hopped up on PC and being woke that it's 6 months in between billion-dollar films, which is sad. Thor should have done $1 billion easy. Easy. Doctor Strange should have done $1 billion easy. Yeah, it sucks. Julie says hi and bye, Mass. I said hi earlier, but your messages are flying so fast. LOL. Julie, thank you. Nice to see you. Yeah, the shorts call were basically trying to blame the box office in Hollywood. Listen, I have my issues with them. I think they're doing a shit job right now. If you make a decent movie, they will come. If you make it, they will come. Right? That jam bam chick is attractive, says Taco. She is very pretty if that's her. Tom says, what's the what's the cost for a ball where you are, bro? Tom, I have no idea. I just moved here like 2 weeks ago. As soon as I find out, I'll let you know. The bet Avatar doesn't hit. I bet Avatar doesn't hit $1 billion. Oh, Vin. If you said 2, I'd take your bet. I'll take your bet. How much you want to bet, Vin? I will bet you 10 shares of AMC that Avatar hits $1 billion. We got a deal? Lightyear should have made $1 billion too, Billy. At least 500 million, not 2. Jesus. Liz said I sent you a DMS on Massalorian with my number. Thanks, Liz. Cece, good night. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Red Star 7311 says Avatar 3, the way of the MOASS. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, Vin, if you're going to take that bet, bro, let me know right now. Yes or no? 10 shares. Let's go. Avatar is going to rake in some money for sure. Oh, it's going to do extremely well. Extremely well. Just the reaction I saw in the cinema, the both times I saw the trailer. Yeah, I saw people crying. I saw people on the comment section for the videos. The thumbs up ratio to thumbs down is like out of control. People waiting 10 years for a sequel to this movie. It is going to blow the fuck up, which is one of the reasons why I'm still holding my AMC, because I know there's good times ahead. This is going to suck as a quarter, but this ain't over. Dan says, I bet Avatar hits 1.25 billion. Oh, man. Vin, you better go, bro. You're going to be down about 100 shares of AMC by the time you get out of here tonight. Careful about that bet. It might go down during the MOASS. True, Hamid. Good point. Oh, man. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Tom, is me, Kevin, also giving drinking advice or driving advice? Right, Danny. Exactly. Oh, boy. Oh, Doge, have a great night, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Me, Kevin gives drinking and driving advice, says Liz. All right, guys. I am going to end the stream here. It is 5 minutes to midnight. That was a 2.5-hour stream. That went pretty well. We had 250 people. That's awesome. I'm extremely happy with that. That is great. Tom says, shit, bro. I'm trying to work, brother. If I need something, Tom, I'll contact you. DS say, no way, no how is this play over? No, I don't. I mean, I know some people are saying that, but I think they're out of their minds. I really do. I think some people are just scared. I think that's what it is. Like B. Hayes, I think he's scared. I think he got scared out of his position. That's unfortunate. I don't know who else sold, but hey, what are you gonna do? Too late now. Yeah, if you sold, try to get back in before this thing hits the bottom and takes off again. Taco says, I sold all my AMC for Luna Classic. I hope you make $1 billion, bro. I hope you do. Seriously. I'm in it for retail to win. Whatever stocks you gotta buy or sell to make that, fucking right. Do it. Do it. Go watch tennis. Get out of here, all you guys. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, seriously, I love all you guys. Thank you so much. Let me do some shout outs to my mods. Rands, Liz Clayman, Diaz, Adrian, and Pam were in my chat tonight. Thank you to all of you. Did I miss anybody? If I did, somebody help me out. I think I got everybody. And a special shout out to Humble Servant. No, I'm sorry. Heartful Mind, who helped me with the computer yesterday, man. She just really helped me out so much. Spent like 2 hours on the phone with me trying to go through this to get this computer up and working for us. So thank you. Ladies, gentlemen, I love all you. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with me. All the guys who donated tonight. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you because this stuff gets expensive after a while. And we haven't MOASSed yet. And I thought we'd be over by now, but we're not. So I'll keep showing up as long as you guys do. Love all y'all. Have a good night. Bye.